saying, hey, what's going on? Why am I feeling this little puffiness going on in here? I shouldn't be feeling that. So today we're talking about some nutritional, some fast scientific nutrition. We'll touch on some things that's great to eat to get that pouch down and things to stay away from. This is really a great program because it's kind of fun. It's very, very educating, and I hopefully that you will really learn a lot of good information. Hello, Kuwait. So let's go on and move through here. The first thing you can see is a bloated tummy. And here is another pretty lady here, the old bloated tummy. This here obviously is something that's real common. The girls will kind of pull their pants up and kind of say, hey, what's going on down there? I know it's not pregnancy. Yes, it is bloatiness. Now, unfortunately, if women have estrogen, progesterone versus men that don't have the amount of hormones as compared to that, and that does have a big play on it. So let's go on to here, talk about the banana. A banana is one of my favorite things when it comes down to reducing this bloatiness. Potassium. Potassium helps regulate the kidney balance. It has an amazing effect. It's like a diuretic. Bananas are wonderful fruits. I recommend people out there to start adding this a little bit more to your diet. I really think you'll see a big change. Here takes us right to the probiotics. And one of the most important things I recommend in the colon, everything starts from the colon. Probiotics are so important. You have to realize that women with yeast infections, particularly people who are on birth control pills, even antibiotics, kills all the good bacteria in the intestinal flora. The intestinal flora is the key to help keeping a strong immune system. And by having a weak intestinal flora, it's going to make you bloaty right down in those intestines. So that is a big one right there. And we go here. Let's go ahead and right down to here. Lactose intolerance, very important. If you notice that you're eating dairy, drinking milk, you notice that you're having like cramping in your stomach and your intestine, you potentially may be lactose intolerant. Something you may want to get checked with. And if you still insist on eating or drinking dairy, you may want to take lactase. Lactase is the enzyme to lactose, which can hopefully combat that problem. Now, we talk about this. This is the old McDonald's burger, worldwide famous, but eating greasy foods will not help this bloatiness. I recommend people out there who are eating greasy foods, let me tell you, this looks good, and I can probably eat this myself, but those French fries, greasy foods will cause that extra bloatiness. So if you notice that you are one that likes to eat fast foods on the run, busy during your normal schedule, try to stay away from those fatty foods. I promise you it will help you. One of the best things you can do that people don't do is drink a lot of water. Water acts as a diuretic. When people become bloated, what do? I don't want to put any more fluid in my body. The best thing you can do is hydrate. As you hydrate, it will take the extra sodium out. It will take the extra the toxins out. It will flush your system. It will bring your gut down. It will make you urinate more, but it will get everything out of you. It is so important that when people become bloated, they don't want to drink because they think adding fluid makes problems a lot worse. And you're wrong. It will make it a lot better. If you look here, the old watermelon, I love watermelon. Yes, someone wanted me to touch my head. I can see you in there. But the old watermelon is a beautiful thing, a great natural way of getting rid of bloatiness. It's excellent, sweet tasting, and it's something to consider. Here is one thing I want to bring out to you about eating smaller meals throughout the day. When you eat the large meals throughout the day, that is not a good thing. It's going to spike up your insulin. It's going to stretch your stomach. It's going to actually make you feel as if it's harder to digest foods. And yes, the harder the digestion you have, the more problems you're going to have with that bloatiness. Eating small meals is so important. Eating small meals keeps a balance of your insulin. It helps maintain better digestion. There are so many assets with that. It doesn't give you the spike where your insulin, your sugar level falls and you feel like you're just like this after you eat that large meal. You know, when you eat that large meal, you just want to sleep because of that digestive insufficiency. So that is very important. 4, 5, 6 meals a day, smaller. A lot of people say don't eat unless you're hungry. I disagree, because you need to train the brain. You need to keep the insulin level regulated, and you need to allow your body to not overwork. Most people, when they're really hungry, they have a tendency to eat too much, and that's a big problem. Eating less salt is important because I recommend no more than 2 grams, 2.3 grams, which is 23 to 2,400 milligrams a day. A lot of hidden salt in foods. Most people will say, I don't add salt to my diet, but you have so much salt in your food. So read the labels and realize that most frozen foods, particularly frozen dinners, have lots of salt that's hidden. So make sure you read those labels. Salt will retain water, and generally you will retain fluid inside that gut. Okay? So if you wanted to make sure that you're going to look good for the, that special occasion, really try to cut back that salt and really eat a lot of that water, drink a lot of that water. And I say this because if you feel bloated, drink water. It will act as a diuretic and it will kind of flush your system. These are some great foods. When I say great foods not to eat. These are the most common. We look at the wheat, the gluten, we look at peanuts, legumes, and we look at the soybeans, even certain fishes, the shellfish, eggs and dairy and tree nuts are quite allergenic. Not everyone will be allergic to these things, but just wanted to throw these out to you just for your benefit, that you have a little understanding. When you eat, always eat slower. By eating slower, you help proper digestion. Digestion starts in the salivary glands. Digestion does not start in the stomach. So I want you to realize that when you eat, digestion starts here. So the amylase, to break down starches, as you're chewing, you're getting digestion. So if you're not chewing, digestion has to work later, and you're lacking digestion, which can cause lots of gas. Lots of gas causes more increased bloating. More increased bloating causes this pouching. There's a study through Mayo Clinic that that if it's not like a cardiovascular, heart or liver problem, generally it's a bloating, it's a gas problem from improper foods. Okay, so eating slowly is very, very important because you're going to swallow air. If you look here, dark chocolate, you're saying dark chocolate? Wow, I can eat dark chocolate and have a nice flat gut? You bet you can. The catch behind this is the cacao. I recommend at least 70% or above in cacao. Remember, chocolate-loving microbes in the gut convert to this candy into this natural anti-inflammatory compounds. Research at the American Chemical Society found this. This is all research material. And they say that when the cacao or the cocoa reaches your belly's digestive juices and enzymes, it's feasted by the good gut bugs. So that means those good gut bugs ferment it into these anti-inflammatory compounds. Bingo! It helps you actually lose that belly bloating. So dark chocolate can help you. I challenge you because the research is there. And again, I learn new things every day too. The other thing here is the cruciferous. Your cauliflower, your broccoli. These types of Brussels sprouts, these types of cruciferous are very good and anti-cancerous things, but if you're eating too much at one time, they will cause lots of gas. I promise you, they will kind of bloat you. You're going to be like trickling out of your behind when you're walking. You're saying, where is all this gas coming from? I feel like I'm going to ignite and just kind of blast off somewhere. Well, these particular vegetables, yes, they are healthy, but if you're eating too much at one time, it will definitely give you gas. So I wanted to share that with you. We look at this, the old man straining. We call this constipation. One of the most common things with constipation that I've seen with my patients and with hundreds and hundreds of people, I would say thousands of people, is lack of water, lack of fiber, dehydration. We got to get lots of fluids in here, lots of fiber. Drink, your husks, your psyllium husk, your flax seeds. I love this chia seed pudding. Man, I'm just hooked on that. I wish I could show you my picture right here. Wow, let me see if I can pull it up for you right now while I'm on here. I wish I would have posted that, but I just did this here, the old chia seed pudding. Let's see if we can get it in here. Let's see if we can put that right through there. Well, I just made that bowl of chia seed pudding yesterday and brought it to about 10 different people that work along with me. And let me tell you, that bowl was gone. All right, the chia seed pudding, and I'll just briefly tell you what I did here. You take some almond milk, and your chia seed should be about 1/3. It should be like a 4-to-1 or a 3-to-1 ratio. Once you take that almond milk and take the chia seeds in there, you can put a little agave in there or honey in there or a little maple syrup in there. You can actually put a little cacao in there. Yes, you could put some hemp seed in there too. Really whip it up really good and let it go into the refrigerator. Okay, after a few hours or overnight, it will get nice and thick. Then you can put some coconut cream on there, put the fruit on there, and that's it. Let me tell you something. It will make you go regular. I promise you. That's right. It will make you explode. And Kit says it. I promise you. And your stools will not be really watery. They'll be nice and firm, and you will go much easier. Really, it's amazing. And again, what better food is better than chia or even flax when it comes to omega-3s? Healthy. You won't be burping up that fish. So that's one very important thing, because constipation will cause you to become distended. It will make you quite bloaty, and that is a very, very common thing. Chewing gum. The problem with gum that I have is the alcohol sugars, the sorbitol, the xylitol. These sugars, these alcohol sugars, make you have gas. I promise you. There are even lots of sorbitol, alcohol sugars in candies, in lozenges, in throat lozenges, and those sorbitol things give you gas. You know, I was taking these throat lozenges, and I don't want to take anything with sugar in it. So I figured, let me get these natural, sugar-free lozenges. They got all these different herbs in there, and they look good for me. But that thing just gave me gas. I couldn't figure it out. It took me about a month until I realized, I started doing my homework. So where's my gas coming from? All right. The other thing I want to mention that's not on here while I'm talking about gas is drinking water or drinking fluids while you're eating. If you're drinking a lot while you're eating, you're diluting enzymes. So as you dilute enzymes, you lack digestion because you need that acid in your stomach to digest proteins. If proteins aren't being broken down in the stomach, they become broken down a little later, and it's too late, and you start developing gas. So try to drink a little before or a little bit after. If you're going to drink with your meals, sip it, okay? It will help digestion. All right? And obviously proper mastication of chewing, yes, it is very, very important. Winding down here, we're still moving along. Cilantro, one of my favorites. Cilantro is an amazing, beyond amazing. This is excellent to reduce bloatiness. It's got so many different natural oils in here. I'm trying to find the research here where I could just kind of share with you if I can find it on here, which I can't. Yes, I found it here. But it shows that it's the blend of oils. It's called a linalool and geranyl acetate. Now, those words are a little difficult even for me to say, but it works like the over-the-counter digestive muscle pills that they use, or whatever you want to call it. But what it does, it helps alleviate an overactive gut. So when the gut is overactive, it helps calm down like irritable bowel syndrome. It helps calm the gut down. It helps calm the digestion down. And cilantro is excellent. So that is something new you may not have heard about, but cilantro is amazing for taking those gut feelings away. I had to share that with you. I just come across some really interesting articles out. One of my favorite, ginger. We know that ginger, what it does for digestion, it will not only help digestion, not only help vertigo, not only help dizziness, or actually, you feel like you're just swaying, or nausea. It does help reduce a lot of that bloating, and I think it is excellent, excellent for you. Another thing here, we talk about carbonated beverages. Carbonated beverages, as well as sipping through a straw, sipping through the straw, swallowing air. When you swallow too much air, you're going to have more gas. Gas causes bloating, and bloating becomes entrapped into the intestine. So I recommend just be aware of those straws. Okay. Another big thing that I'm a big believer when it comes down to balancing insulin is protein bars. But you need to be careful, because protein has this isolate protein. And that isolate protein causes lots of gas. What's inside of there? There are better protein bars than others, but I just welcome you to be aware when you're buying protein bars and you're eating them as your snacks in between. There are certain things in the protein bars that can cause a lot of distension and gas, and I thought I would just share that with you. Winding up here, we talk about the carbonated beverages. Those carbonated beverages will give you lots of gas. And just be aware, because you get a lot of belching and not all that air comes out. It is carbonated, and that CO2 will definitely cause lots of that distension. Going back to that protein bar, as we talked about right here, a little article that I wanted to share with you. We look at beans, and we know that beans, like the raffinose, the sugar in the beans, causes gas. There are things we can take for beans to help digest the sugars. Obviously, most people have a hard time digesting them, but we talk about soybeans. Soybeans can give you lots of gas, but in these, I'm trying to get into these other types of things here in the protein bar, and I lost what I was talking about, but mainly it's those isolates. It's those isolate proteins. Just be aware of them. I just wanted to share that. Let's move on to here. The old lemon, one of my favorites. Not only for acidity, alkalinity, and good digestion, it will make you regular first thing in the morning with water and a lemon, half a lemon. But lemons can do wonders to cleanse you, to get rid of the gas. It's just like a magic fruit. And I would tell anyone out there that drink lemons, because it will just, it acts as a diuretic. And when it acts as a natural diuretic, it will take those extra fluids that you're retaining onto, and it will just flush you out. It will really make you feel good. It will increase peristalsis and movement into the intestines, and it will be a big asset for you. Well, I just wanted to hopefully get through to everyone out there that this old bloating thing is a serious epidemic, particularly here in the Western society. When I talk about a serious epidemic, it is something very serious besides the fact of obesity. This just does not look good when you put your pants on or put your clothes on or want to wear that gown or whatever you're doing. I just wanted to bring this out to you, that these particular nutritional benefits can really be a great asset for you. I really believe it can. So hopefully this will give you a lot of good advice. You can still go to Google, look into other things, but this can be helped through good nutrition, omitting specific foods. And one of probably the most important things I can tell my listeners out there, lots of water. Don't worry about what you look like, lots of water. Water is the most healthiest thing you can put into your body. 60-65% of your body is made up of water, and it actually flushes the toxins out. It cleanses your system out. It reduces the extra sodium in your body that you are retaining, and it gets the intestines to start working again. Because as we say, this old constipation thing is something that is a major epidemic worldwide. Please subscribe if you haven't. Check out our videos. We have hundreds and hundreds out there, great self-help videos. When it comes to forward head posture, many great nutrition ones. We're trying to post a lot. We've really been on this nutrition kick, getting a lot of great requests. I want to thank you, chat room, for your support. And again, best way to get a hold of me really is Motivational Doc on Facebook. Join it, join the page, and hopefully we can all communicate on that page. We are working on some other bigger and better things, but right now, I get lots and lots of emails through YouTube, and it's impossible for me to get through all these emails. So anyways, I just wanted to share that with you. Motivational Doc on Facebook. I want to wish everyone out there a blessed day if you are across seas, and a blessed evening if you are here in the U.S. I want to say God bless you and your family. We'll catch up with you real soon. I hope you enjoyed this program, and we will continue to bring you more great stuff. Bye-bye now.